This is Daily Dose of Daryl, entitled Face It. You know, sometimes I sit in that chair and I look at that screen and I think, it's time for the Daily Dose. And what in the world am I going to do today? 7 days a week that comes around. Sometimes nothing comes to mind, and sometimes it seems dark. Sometimes the world seems dark, and I just want to shed a little light and encouragement. I try each day to think of something that's not only challenging and thought-provoking, sometimes humorous, but will shed a little light and help us to grow and gain some insight. For instance, as you look at this, what is that? What's that right there? Is it a field of barbed wire fences, or maybe that's a little cabin in the woods? You know, it's really hard to tell. A bunch of gibberish lines. Face the fact that we need to step back sometimes to see the big picture, to get a clearer understanding. Sometimes we're too close to it. And as we step back, we see how all the lines and the little scribbles come together to make that wonderful bird that represents our country. Now, my disclaimer is small children and adults passed this next thing in a store today. I saw it, and they were not afraid. But I did see one lady that responded in a weird way. She heard that, and she didn't look back to see it, and she thought somebody had a terrible cough. She had her mask on, but she ran saying something about, "What a cough, COVID." We need to turn and face our fears, because many times they aren't what we think. Also, we need to identify and face the dirt in our life. Now, that's not only in our daily lives, but also in our homes, everywhere we go. And in the home, sometimes it's easier than in our life. We can look at a ceiling fan and realize that when you look up, it needs a cleansing. We need to clean it. And so when we do that, it helps not only the ceiling fan, the air quality, but it reminds us that the same thing needs to take place in our life when we identify the dirt and are willing to be clean and cleansed so we can be sparkling new and usable again. We need to face the fact, too, that we don't know everything. I hear so many people today spouting off on TV that they know everything about everything. If you hear somebody saying they know everything about everything, they don't know everything, okay? For instance, you may not know about dementia and PTSD, and you may not know that there are various kinds of these things. Some are diseases, some are not. And so you may need to study so when you relate to people, you'll be better equipped. We do that at the fire department. We must face the fact that sometimes we have to respond, and we need to be equipped for that. But the main thing is that in our lives, we're called every day in some way to respond to something. And so we need to be prepared every day. We may not need have knowledge of everything. We may not be the best trained in the world of what area of life you're in, but you must respond. And that's just a reminder to all of us, whether it's we see a small child fall and needs help or whatever it might be. We must face the darkness with our little light and step back for a clearer understanding and learn to turn and face our fear. It may not be what we think. We need to find our dirt in our own life and get clean, admit our need to learn more, and be ready to respond at all times. Let's face it, especially the mirror. The only way changes take place is for us to get honest with ourselves, to look in the mirror and quit looking around. This is Daily Dose of Daryl, entitled Face It. We must face the darkness, dirt, fears, lack of knowledge, and lack of perspective in our life in order to be able to respond anytime and shed a little light. I am Daryl R. Peebles, an ordained minister trained in art and trained in the fire service. I retired from the local pastorate after 47 years to expand my ministry. I'm now producing digitally recorded presentations made just for you. Call me at 336-516-3793. Send an email to darylpeebles@gmail.com or go to the website darylpeebles.com. Letters go to Box 953 in Graham. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, share it with friends. Click like and more people will see it. Return each day for something fresh and new. Now, have a great day. Make it a great day. It's the only one you have. Remember, face the person in the mirror with honesty and be willing to allow change to take place in your life. Then God will bless you in a great way. Be filled with the power available to you now. It's a power for living, and God bless you.